Whether you're... Go ahead, Rodger.
Well, hold on. Because normally you finish that sentence off.
A guy in a cave.
I got nothing.
Or a rogue who's sneaky.
That's my normal line.
Join Chris and Rodger.
And Joe.
Don't put me in this bullshit.
As we entertain the geeky.
Guys, what's going on?
What up, y'all?
So if you didn't catch it from the intro there, we have a very special guest who we love.
Time out. That was
You're saying I rode a short bus?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, fair enough.
That was a really fucked up intro,
It was so much fun.
That was really fucked up intro. So...
And you're only like a beer in.
Yeah, that's how Chris does it. That's how we roll on Entertain the Geeky on the special Wednesday night.
Fair enough. I haven't been around in a while.
This is a very irregular night for us to even be recording.
So, how was everyone's Halloween?
I unpacked.
I'll tell you what. Ronnie Cobb, it's official, buddy.
Well, yeah, you win.
By default. Was it good for you?
Which, to be fair, hold on. I think we fucked that whole contest up. I was telling Joe while we were sitting in the car waiting on you to show up.
Yeah, you
that all we did was mention it on the podcast. It wasn't until Halloween I went, oh wait, we have people on Facebook.
and Instagram and Twitter.
And we never even threw it out anywhere there.
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, there have to be things that are for the listeners, and I think that's totally fair to do that. And Ronnie is a very loyal listener.
Yeah.
I do agree there should be specific things for the listeners. That's fair.
And honestly, I love all of you. Any support that we get is awesome. But the people that listen to this, that's what lets us keep doing it.
That and, the red chicks.
And the money that we pay.
And the money that we pay. But on a serious note, how was it? Did you unpacked? Did you take the kids out trick-or-treating?
No, man. I got stuck at the 9 to 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it became like 9 to 10?
It was 9 to 9.
Oh, wow. Good stuff.
So you missed it all. Did they get to go trick-or-treating?
Yeah, the kids went trick-or-treating. They had an awesome time. They went to Grandma's house.
What'd they dress up as?
Christopher was this zombie with guts hanging out.
Awesome.
I normally detest zombies, so one of the eyeballs was coming out of his mouth because it had got knocked into the body.
That's cool.
Yeah, the other eyeball was sitting there. It was his Zentai suit.
It was like opposite of Glenn.
Yeah, basically the opposite of Glenn. Too soon.
Too soon. Way too soon.
That issue came out years ago. It's not too soon.
Thank you.
All right, that's good.
How about you?
I just hung out and handed out candy to all the little children's.
Did you have fun handing out the candy?
Of course I had.
All right, good.
I heard there wasn't that many.
Did you get yelled at by anybody?
No, but
I heard a story about something like that today.
What?
Rick Tess, who used to run the fantasy shop, he was telling me today about a story last year or the year before where some lady super unloaded on him because he gave her kid a Snickers and the kid's allergic to nuts. And he's just like, I didn't fucking know, and slammed the door in her face.
No, actually, it was a very pleasant night handing out candy.
Good.
I show up, house, set out the pumpkin, set out everything. The wife pulls up with Taco Bell, sit on the front porch, eat our Taco Bell, and handing out kids. No, we actually had quite a few, though. Had quite a few kids. I bought 300 something pieces of candy. I didn't really have any left afterwards.
So, in case you guys did not know, Taco Bell is one of the ultimate aphrodisiacs for nerds.
Is it?
It has to be.
Is it up there with Mountain Dew? And Cheetos?
Well, Doritos.
Fritos, correctly. Come on now.
There's not a lot of nerds that like Fritos. Though.
Yeah, Fritos.
No, it's
chili cheese Fritos.
Fuck, what is that video?
And it's Funyuns, not Fritos.
Oh, it was Funyuns, wasn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Back off. Just scooch.
I'm sorry. I read comic books. I don't watch videos.
You should do all of the above. Be a true nerd to your heritage. So yeah, no, it was good times. I had a lot of fun. You didn't. You weren't.
I fucking...
I mean, I didn't have a bad day. I unpacked after working.
Yours was exciting just because...
You got a new place.
I moved. It's weird. I didn't hear any gunshots and haven't yet since I moved. That's weird for me.
No,
I'm sure I will. I've only seen one cop the whole time. It's very awkward for me. I feel slightly uncomfortable in this safe neighborhood where some of my neighbors leave their doors unlocked and shit.
I leave my door unlocked.
I do not.
Let them come in and steal my stuff. I don't care.
Let them come into my
That's
house.
not true. I lock my door. I lock my door. Hardcore.
I can't help it.
Hardcore. Hella lock my door. Normally, I talk during the picture taking.
Normally.
There you go.
So
yeah, for anyone who sees that picture, yes, I changed my hair. Yes, it happens.
Nobody cares.
Yes, Joe's hair is blue.
Yeah.
It's like a deep blue, though.
Yeah.
So, Joe, tell us some exciting stuff that's happening in the comic shop right now.
Well, besides cool things coming out, I do have one large announcement. For anyone in the area who cares and definitely shops at the store, we're moving.
That's a good part of our listener base.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
Anyone, I know rumors have been around for a little bit, but it is official. We are moving.
And you're moving right next to Tara's store.
Yeah, we are moving to Olive off of 270 in a
New Ballas
shopping plaza on New Ballas. Yeah, I think the address, if I remember correctly, that I learned today was 736 New Ballas. It is 2 seconds east of 270 off of Olive.
Yeah, it's right off there. And that's freaking awesome. So
yeah. It's both sad and exciting at the same time.
Because most of what we do with comics here is
bullshit because you don't read them.
No, we talk about exciting things that are about to happen.
Right? No, absolutely.
I did a complete and total.
Did you finally
review.
catch up on your comics?
Fuck no.
I didn't think
Did a complete and total review of the fact that they killed off Bruce Banner.
Yeah,
I mean that's true.
So what should our listeners be looking toward and for in the comic world?
Right now, you should be very careful, but definitely be looking at all the new things coming from Marvel. The largest part for that is they're doing a lot of new cool stuff, like Riri Williams and Doctor Doom, and a bunch of new Avengers shit. But a large part of the reason you should be hesitant is because Civil War isn't technically over. There was a pushback kind of thing, and some of this stuff is aftermath. So if you read the wrong thing, spoiler alert to yourself. Especially infamous Iron Man #1. If you're really waiting for the end of Civil War, don't read infamous Iron Man yet.
So,
but at the same time, this week, Unworthy Thor, coolest fucking thing I've read.
Unworthy Thor, actually, I'm very excited about this series.
Yeah, #1 was so good.
It looks so badass.
It is.
Man.
It is. I'm hoping. I mean, it's been 3 years since Thor dropped the hammer in Original Sin, and I think we're finally going to get an answer to what made him unworthy. And we're also finally, in my opinion, working up fully to Jason Aaron's plan that he's been working on for a while of turning Thor into the Allfather. Like, we're halfway there.
Well,
easily.
You know what, though? Like, Jane Foster being Thor.
Oh, she's been magnificent.
She's been fucking fantastic.
Yeah. No, Jason Aaron hella knows what he's doing.
You cannot say a single bad thing about that comic.
No, not at all. Like, that was not playing into, like, the rhyme scheme of, we need to have more. No. Like, that was a cohesive written story that just happened to happen that way.
Well, I feel like
at the time that they were making those kinds of jumps.
I feel like Marvel probably told him, "Hey, this is what you need to do."
Possibly.
And then he took it and was fucking brilliant.
Oh yeah, no, it is a magnificent story. Jason Aaron has been brilliant with Thor ever since he started on God of Thunder, and it just keeps getting better and better. So, I mean, if you haven't been reading Thor, go fucking pick some up.
For the past almost 3 years.
Yeah, no, it's been a while.
No, it's been 5 now, I think, that he's been writing Thor, because he did...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was doing Thor, God of Thunder before Original Sin.
Well, I'm just talking about, like, even in the last 2 years, getting this female Thor.
Yeah.
Which, if you did not pick up that book just because you're like, oh god, this is just one of those books where they're trying to make a statement, it's fucking good.
And I will absolutely... agree. Like, I was one of those ones who had that thought process for a second and then picked it up anyways. And no, absolutely not. Jason Aaron knows what he's fucking doing. It's a great story.
I actually started buying that book because God of Thunder was a solid storyline.
Yeah.
And then getting into it, reading the first couple issues, I was like, holy shit. Like, this is really fucking good.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he is a fantastic writer, and he really knows what he's doing with Thor as a character.
It's been fantastic.
Like the last issue of Mighty Thor, we got the secret origin of Mjolnir, how it was crafted, and holy fuck was that a blast to read.
You know what's funny is I feel like, so we've had that story told a couple of times in comics. Right. So it's weird to see a different spin being put on it.
Right.
And it's exciting at the same time.
Absolutely.
Read Thor.
Read Daredevil.
Daredevil's been really good ever since Secret Wars started.
Daredevil was good before.
Daredevil was actually good when Superior Iron Man first came out, too.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It was
Daredevil's been really solid for a while, but it's really picked up a notch.
Okay, let's get off Marvel's cock here. I got something to say.
All right.
So, I went home today, and I watched the first episode of Todd McFarlane's Spawn.
Yeah.
The old HBO animated cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
That we all think it was amazing.
It was so good.
Yeah, it has not aged well.
I believe every part of that.
That was a 90s comic. That was written as a fucking 90s.
Hold on. I'll agree to that idea.
Well, like the
I
show
haven't watched it in forever.
The storyline still holds up. All of it's still good. The animation and the voice acting, total. It's like you're watching a poor version of the Batman animated series.
I
for
could see
adults.
that. No, you're right.
I could
for
see
adults.
that. Yeah.
Like the storyline's still on point. Everything is still good, but damn.
Hold on.
Not everything ages well, unfortunately.
Let's
I'm
talk
okay
about
with
this,
that.
though. So, they are working on a Spawn movie.
Yes.
Yeah,
new
Todd,
Spawn movie.
I think he finally has finished that script.
I don't want to. You know what?
Fucking Todd McFarlane
go
spearheading
away.
that shit. No, don't go away.
away.
That's gonna be badass, man.
Here's the thing. Like, after seeing Todd McFarlane and reading up on Todd McFarlane...
I think if you're going to make a proper Spawn movie, now is the time. Not only because, like, comic book movies have been doing so well recently, but because we're finally realizing you can make a good R-rated comic book movie. Spawn's downtrod for a movie back in the day was because they had the PG-13 restriction.
and
they completely fucked it. Yeah,
there's more than just the PG rating.
That's fair.
Honestly, like, the 6-year-old me loved that movie.
The movie's amazing.
It's a cool flick.
I will be sad not to see John Leguizamo back as Clown, unless they can get him, which if they can, fuck yes,
honestly,
do that.
the guy that they picked to play Spawn in that was fantastic too, though. What's his name?
Michael Jai White?
Yeah.
I would not mind actually seeing him come back for that role if he's down for it.
I mean, he's also in his 40s at this point.
Right, but you just put him in prosthetics. He'll be fine.
You don't have to put him in
He's still in great shape.
Well, we saw a 20-year-old Robert Downey Jr. in fucking Captain America Civil War, so... This is very possible.
Well, I mean, you don't even really need to young him up either.
40 years old is still Special Forces. You know, he can still run that role. He's still good, man. He's still good. No, the first Spawn movie was good. And the reason I say Todd McFarlane needs to step away is I get that he created this storyline.
Right.
But Spawn has grown beyond him.
Okay.
And we've seen a good adaptation of Todd McFarlane's Spawn. We saw that with the cartoon. Now, it hasn't held up, but the storyline's still on point.
Right.
It is time. Let someone else tell the story, and like do what Marvel does. Oversee it. Write this. Talk about the script.
Right.
But step away and let creative juice.
So you want to see him in like a producer role more?
That doesn't mean he's going to direct it though.
Yeah, this script that he finished could just be like the first draft. And
he's
maybe
writing
give
the
it to other
script.
writers.
He's writing the script, and knowing Todd McFarlane, he's a lot like certain presidential candidates. You just don't tell them no when it comes to Spawn. Okay. It's true.
So on that note, guys, you need to vote for Loki.
We have not. You know what? I'm changing my endorsement. I know here at Entertainment Geeky, we just said we were going to vote for Loki. I'm officially throwing my hat behind Howard the Duck.
Chris, I think you need to fire your co-host at this moment.
So I'm going to stand by my vote for Loki because he lets you know that he's going to lie to you.
No, you know why I'm voting for Howard the Duck?
That wasn't that great a comic, though.
It doesn't matter how bad the comic was.
Nope.
We know what we're getting.
Howard the Duck will give you the best brandy there is because that duck likes to drink, and I'm on board with this. I'm voting for the duck.
We're going to have a drunker.
I guess I'll take him over Iron Man.
I'll take anybody over Iron Man. Shit.
I don't know that I'll take anybody over Iron Man, but I'll definitely take most people over Tony.
You know what's funny is I had a friend
I'll take Magneto over Tony.
Well, is that really a choice?
That's not a choice because that would be badass. I had a friend post something on Facebook and they're like, if Iron Man or Captain America was running for president, who would you vote for? And I'm like, is this a fucking question? Like, are you serious and you're asking this? And then I had to evaluate who this person was. Like, right. I'm like, okay, how do I even fucking know you? And I'm like,
wouldn't everybody automatically in that situation vote for Captain America?
You kind of have to.
If Chris Evans threw his vote in, tomorrow, specifically just being Captain America, everybody would vote for him.
Here's the thing.
It'd be done.
Hold
He's
on.
not old enough, though. If
But
he were 35, it'd be over.
But
Well,
Captain America,
we'll throw out the restriction.
Captain America
Captain
wouldn't
America?
vote for himself.
No, of course he wouldn't.
No, that he's.
But everybody else would.
This is the thing. He wouldn't vote. He'd be like, no, that would give somebody an unfair advantage. I won't even do that. I'll just not vote. If you would vote for me, I'd really appreciate that.
That's
And we
100% what would happen.
Kick ass.
That's a man I could believe that would make America great again.
As he leans into the congressman, Hell
Yeah. Which has already been proven to be a cop-out. Like, that's they've written that basically.
You know what I wish? I wish they would have done the Hail Hydra storyline, had the negative backlash, and actually, finished that storyline up so we can figure out what the fuck was going on.
Either one of you actually read that?
No, who gives a shit? Here's why we didn't read it.
Can't talk to either one of you about fucking comics, man.
Here's why we didn't read it.
Go.
Because we were like, oh, look, Captain America said Hail Hydra. Oh, look, all this backlash is coming. Oh, look, the very next issue, Marvel said, haha, just joking.
It wasn't a just joking.
That's what I said.
No, like they showed that Red Skull actually changed his past, and that's why. They just did it a lot faster than I think...
they meant to?
I can't remember the author's name. But I was 100% sure like that was the plan based off of the Pleasant Hill stuff and everything to do with the Cube. Like, I knew they were going that route, just there was so much backlash.
Let's throw this
Which,
out
by
there.
the way, if
Marvel
you're dumb
is
enough to
fucking
buy...
notorious for doing
That's
this
true.
shit to sell comics.
Right.
And then they backpedal.
Dude,
Every time.
My favorite thing about the whole thing, though, is the people who went out and bought the issue and then burned it in protest. Like, Marvel still made money off of you, you dumb fuck. Like, what are you doing? If you're listening and you did that, like, really think through the next time you protest something.
It's their property. They can do whatever they want.
I mean,
You
just gave them money.
So next time, just go to Marvel. Like, find out where their headquarters is.
No!
And hand them $3.99.
Here's why.
Might as well.
Here's why. By them paying for the comic, yes, Marvel made the money. By burning the comic, they make sure that no one else has to suffer that issue.
Yeah,
because
there's
they
no
didn't
such
make
thing as fucking reprints.
Yeah, there wasn't 6 printings of that I had to order. Not at all.
They'll just burn them all. You know why there were 6 printings? Because they burnt the first 3.
You know why there's 6 printings? Because people bought it.
You know what?
And they could print more.
I hope, at least with the first printing, most people burn those, and there's only like 200 copies, because that means I finally have a comic that's going to be worth something eventually.
You didn't buy Edge of the Spider-Verse number 3 or whatever with Spider-Gwen's first appearance?
No.
Why?
Because I don't like Spider-Man.
Hey, I'm going to tell you something.
Huh.
There might be a copy there in
No, it's gone.
Hold. Okay.
No, that's gone. We took care of that.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about.
Because I was going to take it for myself, and I was like, John, I have a moral dilemma here. And he's like, you found it, didn't you? I was like, yeah, I already have my copy, but I'll buy this and fucking have it graded and then sell it. And he's like, thank you for telling me, Chris. And I'm like, you fucking asshole. Because I could have bought this $250 comic at cover price, or 40%.
It's already
lower.
dropped to less than 100.
It's still.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, $95 is no joke.
Give it give it another 2 years and then go back up.
I mean, give it another 15. See what happens.
Well, yeah, 15. It's going to be a $300 book easily. 400.
Who cares? Here's the thing.
I don't.
I got my copy.
Yeah, but
Spider-Gwen's fucking stupid.
No, Spider-Gwen's not stupid.
Spider-Gwen's gorgeous.
It's a well-written book.
Did you buy
I just
the
don't
fucking
care
book?
about the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Did you buy the fucking book because Spider-Gwen was in it, or did you buy it because you wanted to fucking read it?
I bought it because I was reading the storyline.
Okay.
I mean, Chris is such a Spider Boy. Of course he bought it because he wanted to read it.
I bought it because Edge of the Spider-Verse. Something that I took issue with is when that book came out, we had assholes coming in buying fucking every copy that we had, and I had already bought my copy at this point because I had that luxury being an employee. But yeah, this asshole came in, and like when you have to fucking put a restriction on how many of an issue that somebody could buy because they're just being a dick.
Right.
A dick. Like there's a fucking serious problem. So like if you think a particular comic is going to be good, fucking get your copy and be happy that you got your copy.
Look, buying 3. I think 3 is a good number.
3's fine.
1 for you to read, 1 for you to bag and board, and 1 for you to grade.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, fucking two to grade. I don't give a shit. But like after that, you're literally taking away from other people that could enjoy a story.
Yeah, like at that point, you're a fucking douche. Get out.
Basically,
like,
yeah.
dude, right now, I'm not going to say names. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to say it because I work there and it's unprofessional.
No one listens to this show.
That's not true in the fucking slightest.
They're all from France now. That's what we've noticed.
That's not true in the slightest.
They're all from France now. You want me to pull up the numbers to show you how France is like very quickly.
France is loving this shit.
Overtaking the United States.
There is a Poland hold whose name I won't mention.
That's fine.
That buys
a
couple of specific titles based on the idea that they might be worth something later. Like, he doesn't read them. He doesn't loan them out.
That's
he just bags and boards them and puts them away.
Hold on. That's okay.
That's fine.
He's buying one copy.
No, he buys 3.
Okay,
That's
3 copies.
fine.
But, like, it still bugs me. Like,
3 copies is fine.
No,
he's not walking in and buying all 25 copies.
That's true.
And
I would not allow that anyways.
This guy's also borderline a dipshit. And let me tell you why.
Because they won't be worth dicks.
No, because he's not fucking finding a first appearance of somebody that anybody cares about or anything like that. Guys, what makes a book or a comic valuable is a first appearance or a first issue of something that takes off. And guess what? Right out of the gate, it's not going to be worth shit. You're going to get the thing that nobody wanted. Walking Dead 1. We had a guy that fucking went into a back issue sale and bought fucking 7 copies of it because nobody wanted shit to do with it.
Right.
And he was like, I'll just take a gamble on this one. And he's selling those for $3,000 a copy.
Yeah. I mean, same thing with Saga. Nobody gave 2 shits about Saga until like the 8th or 9th issue.
Yeah. And
first printings of the first one are expensive as fuck now.
Yeah.
Morning Glories. Outcast.
Morning Glories. Don't get started.
After Preacher's first initial successful run came, the comic book dropped to $25 for issue 1.
Yeah.
And that's where it hung out until this year.
Yeah.
And now?
Because they got their TV series.
They got the TV show, Steve Dillon died.
Yeah, I mean, like, the same thing happened with, like, the first appearance of Ant-Man. Like, don't get me wrong, like, decently expensive book, but it shot from, like, 200 to 800 the moment the movie got announced.
So the same thing happened when the first Spider-Man movie came out. Amazing Spider-Man 14 with
Yep.
Green Goblin was not worth fucking $20.
Yeah, but it flew through the fucking roof right after that. And then as soon as this movie
came out, it's a $400 book.
So,
and now that book is $1,200, $1,400.
So really what we're saying, if you want to collect comics, you're in the wrong hobby. Read them.
And if you own an original appearance of Doctor Strange, you just became a rich motherfucker.
Though, to be fair, hold on. To be fair, we say that like we're bitching about the collectors, and the collectors, the people that are doing this, the stuff we're bitching about, the buying 25 issues, the buying 3 issues, they are what's keeping the brick and mortar store in business. Because the print media, hear me out.
No, they're not.
There's something that me and Colonius had a whole long conversation about. The idea that the
I feel
print
like
media,
he dies a little inside every time we say his name.
That's why I never say his name completely full.
That's fair.
It's always split up.
I'm going to listen to what you're saying, but you're wrong.
No, I'm not wrong. So the print media is dying. We're going to digital. It's slowly but surely happening, and for some, quicker than others.
That is... Okay, with comic books, that is...
Comic books? Hold on.
Not entirely correct.
No, hold on.
I have evidence towards Rodger on this as much as I hate it.
Not entirely correct.
Like, because of...
Can I finish?
All right, fine.
Let me finish.
Sorry.
Because the reason that comic books are still being sold is you're not selling a comic book, you're selling a collectible. In people's minds, they are not buying a book, they are buying a collectible. That's why comic book print will never stop.
We have a Joe Perez, and like there's a lot of people that actually read these books.
Those people are old and dying.
No, they're not. Like when I was working at the fantasy shop, when you were working there, we had a lot of young people that were new to the hobby.
Who weren't buying single issues, they were buying trades.
They fucking started buying single issues once they got caught up on a trade.
No.
Because we do have perds, okay?
We have a lot of perds.
There's a bunch of fucking hipsters that are like, oh, this is popular, I'm going to get into it. Fine. So they'll get into it with a trade, they'll get caught up, and then all of a sudden you have a series that you can start reading that's good. And like, I've seen that, you've seen that, and Joe has seen it.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a recent real bad time dealing with 1,000 perds.
Except, hold on. The digital print now is going through Marvel, it's going through Image, it's going through DC. Like the companies have... Hold on. The companies
are the problem.
Have established that this is the way of the future. The reason brick and mortar stores won't go anywhere, it's not because they're selling the fucking comic book, because you can get that online now for a lot cheaper, and I don't have to deal with Joe when I walk into the fucking internet.
You love dealing with me, don't start.
Walk into the internet.
So
when I walk into the place where I beat off.
Right. When I walk into the internet, I've got Spider-Man on half the screen and Jenna Jameson on the other half. Go web go.
Old school.
Well, yeah, I'm talking Spider-Man. You're still selling when you sell single issues, you are selling collectibles. You're selling something for children who think that one day that Daffy Duck comic is going to be worth something. They'll hold on to it and treasure it forever. You're selling to the spectator, the speculators who think, oh, the first issue of Spider-Gwen, it's going to be worth so much money. You're selling to those guys. Whenever I buy a comic, to me, it's a tangible thing. It is something tangible. I can read the story on my phone or my computer, but it's tangible. I will have it. I will hold it. That is something that has been lost with the print media on books.
Well, no, like turning a page means something, and it like.
I don't agree with going to digital. I don't agree with.
I want you to think about this though, and seriously consider this. So, if you're reading something in a digital format, whether it be on your phone or a computer screen or whatever, you are way less likely to finish that than you are something if you're turning pages.
No,
I am.
I'm not.
I am, because if I'm reading something on my phone. I'm scrolling. It gets fucking old.
To me, because I do both. I read books on my phone that are hard to find in print that you can't, I'm not paying $20 for a fucking $3 paperback. It ain't happening. So I'll get it on the iPhone. I have no problem flipping through and finishing those books.
I will listen to an audiobook on my phone. Outside of that, I don't like reading on my phone.
I can't get into the audiobooks.
Like after 1,000 words, you lose me.
Someone reading to me makes me feel like I'm a 5-year-old kid and I should have milk in a blankie.
Who doesn't want milk in a blankie?
Yeah, no, it's like super convenient when you're working.
That I get by listening to this podcast while I'm working.
Yeah. Oh my god.
No, I'm just saying that as we're bitching about this, those people, the people that do go in and speculate, the ones that are just randomly buying stuff because they think maybe one day it'll be worth more than the $3.99 cover price.
No, anybody that fucking buys a comic book is helping a brick and mortar store.
They're helping. But it's those guys buying selling out, making 6 printings a thing. It's those guys that we really should be... Okay, thank you.
When they're selling out, making 6 printings of things, that's because the internet has hyped something to a point. Right now, at this point in time, at this juncture, it's because the internet's hyped something, whether it be Edge of the Spider-Verse number... I think it was 4. That was the first appearance... Was it 3? First appearance 3. Of Spider-Gwen? Okay. Yeah. So, Edge of the Spider-Verse, number 3.
How the fuck did I know that?
Because I've said it before.
like because it happened while you were working there?
No, it didn't.
No, I've said I've said it on the show before.
That was right before I started.
Okay, it was.
I was outside smoking a cigarette and fucking who the fuck was there before me?
So I was pretty sure both of you were working there when that happened.
No,
it was like, hey, you should buy this, but you can only get 3 issues. I'm like, I don't care.
Well, I mean, like
damn it, my phone died. I will never know who won the World Series.
I bought one just to love it because I just wanted to read it. Like there's a level of innocence that probably isn't there, and that's fine. But like anybody that buys a book helps the store, and there are a bunch of regular readers. We've got guys, Joe Perez. There's 100 different guys that have pull and holds that buy these stories literally just to read them because they love them, and having the print in your hands, being able to turn a page is way more appealing than fucking scrolling on your phone.
Joe, I want an honest number. How many brand new pull and holds have you started in a year?
In this past year?
Yeah, brand new. More than one title. No, I'll even give him one title.
One title's fine. That's a pull. That's a sale.
Maybe 3 dozen.
So 36. How many did you start in your short time there?
A lot.
More than 36, you'd say?
Yes.
So in your shorter time, because you've been gone for about 2 years now, in your shorter time, you started...
He hasn't been gone for 2 years.
I've been gone for 1.5 years.
So about 2 years...
I got hired in your place.
About 2 years. So
you got hired in his place. I gave you the full time.
Yeah. You got hired to replace me.
Yeah, 24 hours later, I got full time.
Which...
Great.
It was about 48 hours, but it was a blow to them.
No, I got a call like one day about getting the part-time, and then literally, I think honestly I'd worked it out to being like 19 hours. Later, John called me again and was like, hey, you want full-time?
Yeah, well, I felt bad when I told John I wasn't going to be working there anymore.
I gave him a 6-week notice.
Oh, well then... well, no, because I gave him 2, and like... My
John hella knew you were quitting.
Yeah, I walked in and gave him a 6-week notice.
My job tried to start me like 2 days before my notice ended. And I was like, no. I'm like, you can shove this job up your ass if you think I'm going to leave this place early. And they were like, oh, it's okay. That's okay, fine. Finish your job.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. What the fuck did we discuss?
Basically, we're talking about, guys, support your local comic
Read
shop.
your fucking comics.
Read the physical copy. If you were paying $3 online for it, get the fucking physical copy. There is a small chance that is worth something someday.
Do you remember when they used to offer
It also means you get to come into a store and hang out with people with a similar interest and have fun conversations.
Well, yeah, like that's
conversations?
the biggest... No, like,
I don't know what that was.
You'll get to be around people that care about the same shit as you.
And I love having those kinds of conversations.
People don't care about the same shit I care about.
They do.
That's because you don't care about anything but bullshit.
No, fuck that. You fucking... I've heard you nerd it up with Attack Wing. I've heard you nerd it up with fucking even Sandman, which is a comic
Sandman's
book.
amazing.
It is, but you did it. Like,
you know what I'm realizing? Because I'm getting older now. Fuck you, young whippersnappers. I'm including you now in the young whippersnapper.
Yeah.
I am now set in the what I like category. And it's getting harder and harder for new things to breach that category.
Well, I'll remember to come over and piss on your lawn.
You have a fucking hard-on for Stranger Things, which is a new thing.
Which is a new thing, but it's paying homage to all the old things.
No, like, okay, it is to an extent, it is. But, like, Stranger Things is good for more than just that. You like it for more than just the nostalgia. You like it because it's a good fucking story.
I can still point it to the nostalgia.
So what you like is a good story. That's not being an old soul. That's liking. That's like
no. I didn't say old soul. I said old folk. I am turning into get off my lawn. I'm literally doing that. I find myself day in and day out when I hear these little teeny boppers talk about Star Trek or Star Wars or anything. I'm like, get off my fucking lawn. You don't know shit about nothing. Yeah, it's happening.
I hate Star Wars every day.
Every day I hate Star Wars. It's happening. Get off my fucking lawn.
On that note, guys, Joe, do you have anything else to help us close with?
No, Joe's in a fit of rage.
736 New Palace. That's where the new store will be. Come hang out.
Guys, we love you. Stay geeky. Oh, wait. If you haven't already, like us on Facebook.
Okay, time out. Before we continue this. Yeah. So, I was talking to Courtney. She has a suggestion for us.
Yeah. She goes,
remember the Shaneco commercials? Yeah. Now you have a friend in the diamond business. She says, we always do it differently because we keep fucking it up. So, let's take a breath.
As always, like us on Facebook. We are Entertain the Geeky. Follow us on Twitter at Entertaining Geeky. Check us out on Instagram. Again, Entertain the Geeky. And we are on YouTube as Entertain the Geeky. As always, stay geeky.
Well done.